Hello, everybody, and welcome back to what might possibly be the last time we will be playing Valhalla. Because, as far as I'm concerned, I think we might finish the game today. We are currently in the... Ooh, that was loud. The final chapter, chapter 3, on day 17, I think. And I checked, and there are 19 days in total. So, 3 more days to go through. I decided to start today's stream, or all of this week's streams actually, a little bit earlier. 1 hour earlier than the usual time. So hopefully though, if need be, I can stream a little bit longer to make sure I finish this entire game today. Of course, if you are new here, welcome. My name is Shanaha, or Shanaha, or Shanaha. Pretty much whatever you say, there's no wrong way. So you can call me whatever you want. Now then, before we get in, a quick recap of the last things that happened in this game since the last we streamed, which was on last Saturday. Oh, sorry, not last Saturday, last Thursday. It's been a while. Thankfully though, as always, I write down in my little notebook everything that's been happening. So, last time we played, we met up with Ingram for the 3rd time in a row. Well, in a row. He always says how he's never going to come back to the bar, but he always finds his way back. And, you know, we always thought of him as a hooligan, but he had quite the interesting conversation with Jamie about nanomachine rejection. Obviously, because Jamie was very involved with that, considering he is covered with all the different types of augmentations. But Jamie also seemed quite knowledgeable about that. Not sure why. Maybe he's not as much of a hooligan as we thought. Then, as always, we met up with Alma, who was once again coming to us with woes about her family. Mainly her sister, who has pretty much abandoned her kids and has gone off trying to chase her ex-husband. And then after that, we met up with Norma, the little girl who tried to get drunk out of spite for her mother, who came to thank us for the helpful advice we gave her. And I think the biggest thing was that we received a letter from our ex-girlfriend's little sister, Gavi, who said she wanted to meet up with us sometime soon. Mainly about the last time that we sort of lashed out at her when she came to deliver the very sad news about Lenore, our ex-girlfriend's death. You know, we heard this news and she was very angry. She blamed us for the death. We were mad that we were getting blamed. We lashed out at her. There's a whole lot of emotion, not a lot of thinking. And so I think she just wants to make up with us. At least, that's what I hope. But I guess we'll find out today though. Because we should meet up with her. Because there is a New Year's party being planned soon. And we agreed to meet up there. But, of course, before we head to work, the usual things. Rent is due on the 30th. Please make sure your account has the necessary $10,000 or you will be evicted. Currently we have 8,566. You can't really see it now, I'm covering it, but that's how much we have. So we're about $1,500 short. And we have, well, depending on when exactly it's due, the day of or by the end of that day, we might get evicted. But hopefully though, we can make a lot of money today at work. Also, Jill is thinking a lot about Kiramiki, who is the idol in this world. Buying one of her posters will prevent her from getting too distracted. Have a very nice day. Well, Jill, let's get you that poster. $300, it's gonna make rent a little bit harder, but let's do it. I could tear one off any wall in the vicinity, but hell knows what gems they have. That's very true. Ooh, 8,200 now. And of course, you always want to check the news before you go to work, right? So we check the augmented eye. BTC closing 40% of its bars in Glitch City. The British Trademark Council, BTC, by the way, stands for British Trademark Council, not to be confused with Bitcoin. Although I will admit, a Bitcoin run bar would be quite interesting. One day the beer could cost $5, next day it could cost $200. The British Trademark Council is facing some economic troubles in Glitch City, and it looks like they're on their way out. Blaming rising inflation rates and a weak currency, the BTC has given the order to disband almost half of its recreational business in the city. We can't keep doing this like this. Glitch City has a negative impact in our earnings and we can't continue in the red, a PR representative told the Augmented Eye. Prime Minister Quincy, on the other hand, thinks the BTC is just too greedy. They make a lot of money already and now they're crying because they can't have more? Give me a break. Wearing socks with sandals in public is now a crime. Ain't that the truth? I cannot wait for this future actually, where wearing socks with sandals in public becomes a crime. Well, it depends. If it's like the sandals that you wear to beach with that one single strand in the middle of your toe, that is absolutely a crime. Because then that one strand wedges in between your big toe and I don't know what it would be called, your index toe. But yes, that should be criminally outlawed. But if you're wearing it with one of those things where it has the strap that just goes over the arch of your foot, that's fine, I think. That's absolutely fine because, I mean, I do the same, so that should be allowable. But let's see. I like to say we have the freedom to wear whatever we like in the streets of Glitch City so long as we adhere to decency rules. However, that's about to change. Glitch City's Department of Public Decency has declared that wearing socks and sandals together is a punishable crime. If convicted, the guilty face 3 days in jail as punishment for using that abominable combo. 3 days? Should be 3 years actually in my opinion. But what do you think? Should we wear whatever we want? Or should the fashion police of high society decide for you? Whatever the case, I think I'll simply stick to the right side of the battle. Goodbye, socks and sandals. Imagine a future. That's like that meme where you have the super futuristic world where there's fancy flying cars and all that stuff. And it's like, this is a future we could have if only socks and sandals were outlawed. But to the last article we move. Birth rates decrease as the youth prefers Lilim company. Again, of course, if you haven't been around here, Lilim are the equivalent of, I guess, robots in this world. Although they aren't technically robots, they don't like being called that, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, they're robots. At the beginning of the century, the idea that people would rather be with robots instead of other humans was treated as a joke. But the reality is that the convenience of these kinds of relationships have become immensely popular among Glitch City's youth to the point where birth rates are beginning to decrease at an alarming rate. Annie May, a 17-year-old student, agrees with the general sentiment. It's just so much better than dealing with other people, you know? You can just make your own perfect partner. Oh, and sex is amazing. Don't even get me started. It's expected that new regulations will soon to be announced to address the situation. What type of regulation could you put there? Like, what? I guess maybe certain people can't have relationships with Lilim unless they're a certain age. Maybe it's, I want to say, sex regulations. I mean, the whole point is for the birth rate, right? I'm curious though what Annie May has to say about the sex. But that is all the news for today. Let us now head to work. Thursday, December 29th. Good evening. Hey. Okay, so we've got almost everything, but we're still missing a couple of things for Saturday. And so, I designate you, Gillian Applegate, as official guy who goes to buy the rest of the stuff. Applegate? I have no idea who that is. Why me? I could send Jill, but I wouldn't dare send a lady by herself. And I could go with her, but I believe the bar should have at least 2 people in the vicinity at all times. You're not gonna say anything, Jill? If it means not being delivery girl, I'm happy to fake helplessness. Fine. Give me the list. I'll be back sometime. Something tells me you're planning something, boss. What gives you that impression? Call it a gut feeling. Did you know Gil has a crush? What? A client of his. A girl that owns a bazaar. She's been coming onto him for ages and he's only just started opening up. But he's taking steps backwards and I'm not gonna let him. He's opening up, for fuck's sakes. And so the errands will take him to the bazaar, I take it. That's right. Huh. Alright then, to the office I go. As for me, I shall set the karaoke. Oh, sorry, not karaoke. The jukebox. For the last stream, let's start off with a good old welcome to Valhalla. Time to mix drinks, change lives. Girl with a crush, huh? This place, great. Oh, if it isn't... Hey Jill, sorry, but is there anywhere I can hide? There's an unpleasant guy on my trail. Boss, stalked woman incoming. The door's open. Go ahead. The door to the left. Thanks. Hello there. Oh, hi there. The other one. That's the bathroom. Wait, what's the dog doing in the bathroom? In case you weren't aware, Rad Shiba is who we just saw, or rather heard, speaking to Kira Miki, is one of the part-timers here who is a Shiba wearing a Hawaiian shirt and a pair of shades. I wish I was lying. Now, where did she... Oh, the hellhole. Perfect. Hey kid, I'll have the usual. Right. Huh. He remembered me after 2 weeks. Mr. Donovan's usual drink, huh? Of course, Mr. Donovan, who is actually the first patron that we ever served, I will never forget, he wanted a big beer. Now, of course, this beer, obviously, doing 1 Adelheid, 2 Bronson, 1 Powder Delta, 2 Flanagan, and 4 Cometrine. That would make me a beer. But he always wants a big beer, which means I should double up on all of these ingredients. So I should put in 2 Adelheid, 4 Bronsons, 2 powdered, 4 Flanagan, and a total of 8 Cometrine. There we go. Here. This seems right. Oh, and also, Mr. Donovan is the owner of the Augmented Eye, that newspaper that we were reading earlier. He has, I don't want to say an obsession with Kira Miki, but he is very adamant on getting interviews with her so that he can get lots of articles for his newspaper. The paper's been a mess lately. You'd think with all that's happening, they'd stay and do more reports. But they're all asking for vacations and I can't afford to be understaffed. So I had to come up with some sort of reward for whoever produces the most reports. I see no difference in my feed though. Mr. Donovan, I don't mean to sound rude, but you do know the infamy of the Augmented Eye with the general public, right? A shitty page that will over-sensationalize anything and report useless things. Of course I know. Then, why not try to rectify that image? To put it simply, I'm being clutched by the balls in the non-pleasant way. Zaibatsu Corp and the company have an eye on every publication they haven't bought yet. Report on them once and they'll find something to find you with. Twice and you'll find your resources severely cut. Anything beyond that, in the best case scenario, is that they'll buy the damn operation to keep it quiet. I know there are more newsworthy things than whatever it is the lackeys picked out that week. But if I overstep, my ass is on the line. Huh. Glad to see this hellhole is still in one piece. The BTC has been going apeshit closing bars lately. Oh yeah, that. Yesterday, they closed one that served as a key part of a drug trafficking ring. And last week, they closed 3 small bars that served as illegal chicken restaurants. Huh. Not to mention, there are like 100 people who have BTC certificates but never use them. Instead, they keep those credentials around to stop police from raiding their homes or warehouses. I don't know about you, but it's obvious to me that some restructuring will begin at the BTC after this whole thing. Man, shit ran deeper than I thought. And no news outlet talks about that. Alright kid, let's try a moon blast now. Come again? Hey, Even I have to break the routine from time to time. A moon blast. That's a new one for him. Isn't a moon blast also like a girly drink? Yeah. It's a sweet, girly, happy drink. Pretty much the complete opposite from what Mr. Donovan is. Let's see. 6 Adelhyde. 1 powdered delta. 1 Phanagide. 2 Cometry. All on the rocks, so we add ice and blend it. So we wait until this starts shaking vigorously before serving it. There we go. A moon blast. Here. Now, let's see what the ruckus is about. So... What brought you here? Oh, right. Didn't you see a Lilim coming in here? Blue hair, big tits. She's the one from the Encore concert coming up. Not really. Did she jump to the roof then? Why were you looking for her? Did you want an interview? Not really. Just hitting on her. Huh. Hey, I said hitting on her, not hitting her. Stop glaring. Why though? Are you that bored? Don't you have like a family or something? Have you seen that girl? Hot as tits. Also, hot ass and tits. I'm suffering the weirdest combo of being hot as fuck and curious as shit right now. I want to know just how detailed those King Class CH-1A models are, personally. And so you followed her. I've yet to meet a woman that can resist the charms of Donovan D. Dawson. You're in front of one, and I'm guessing you have quite the selective memory. Like I said, don't you have a family or something? A wife. But that woman cheats on me as much as I cheat on her. I don't... See, this is a case of like the chicken and the egg. In fact, I'm pretty convinced she gets off on the thought of me cheating on her. This guy's quite based. You know, I don't know about that, but I was on board about, you know, chasing Kirameki. Like, after seeing Kirameki myself, I can agree with him, but I don't know about the cheating with the wife part. And also, hey, never gonna give you up. Thanks for joining. Hope you had a great day, or are having a great day. So, that Lilim isn't here, huh? I'll have to find a busty enough replacement tonight, or I'll explode. Well, if Alma shows up later on, then well... Hey, after you're done glaring, please serve me a pile driver. Right. Notice you were gifted a sub yesterday? Yes, you were, actually. Somebody came by and gifted 5 subs, actually. By none other than Shibata Tiger. Yes. I was surprised myself, actually. Speaking of... Actually, yeah. I suppose I should take the time to talk about that. I know I recently mentioned that I got affiliate, which means that, among other things, I now have the ability to have subs, I suppose. The main reason why I applied for affiliate, though, was for the channel points. That was honestly the main reason why. I didn't mind not having subs or anything, but the channel points always just seem so fun with all the different redeems that you can do. I have some set up right now, actually. Things like the hydrate and the posture check and stuff like that. But yeah, I felt bad though because you have a gift sub as well as 4 other people, but you don't really have any emotes to show for that. So what I was thinking was sometime this week, maybe on Thursday. I know I already had a stream scheduled for Thursday, but I might replace that with a drawing stream where I will draw my own emotes, because I know a lot of people, they go and commission their emotes, but that might take time, and some of you already have subs, and I don't want you to have them for nothing, so I want to get you guys some emotes that you can use. The end stream is a bit cheap, you think? Really? 100k? 100k is cheap for you? Alright, fine. You know what? Never gonna give you up. I shall change that then to, I think, 1 million. Because I'm worried. Do people really rack up channel points that easily? Is 100k really that attainable? Because I'd hate to have my stream abruptly ended in the worst possible moment, if it really is that easy to do. So maybe I shall change that. But I'll do that at a later time. for now, I shall carry on with Valhalla. But yes, never gonna give you up. You are one of the 5 special people who got a sub. Unfortunately, you do not have any emotes to show that, but hopefully that will change soon. As soon as I come up with some emotes on my own. But yes, let's see. Mr. Donovan D. Dawson would like a pile driver. 3 Bronson Enscraft. And 3 Flanner Guide. And 4 Cometry. Look, you made 50k channel points in 1 month? Okay. Well, in that case, I should absolutely make that significantly higher, I think. Instead of 100k. Otherwise, I have to keep an eye out on you, never gonna give you up. I can't exactly cheat and cancel your points like before with the other channel points. Here. Alright. Well, seeing as she's not here, I have no reason to stay. Maybe I'll find someone that looks a bit like her. I mean, if he finds Alma, then yeah. The guy left. Don't worry. I would hope so, never gonna give up. I would hope that even if one day you do manage to reach 1 million or whatever I set the point to, yeah, I would hope that you wouldn't end the stream like that. Oh, alright. Thanks for sheltering me, Dana. Hope your sister likes the video. No, thank you. Seems you had a hearty talk. Your boss is such a fun person. Her sister is a fan of mine, so I recorded a small video for her and took a couple of photos. How nice of you. It's nothing, really, and she did hide me, so it's the least I could do. But, well, we're here already, so mind giving me something sweet? Sure. Miss Idol wants something sweet. Let's see, something sweet. How about a piano woman? 5 Adelheid. I wonder if she's on the run for... Oh yeah, it was just on the run from Donovan D. Dawson. I was gonna say, the last time she showed up was just before one of her concerts rather. And so I was very hesitant to give her an alcoholic drink, because I'm not so sure drinking before going and performing live on stage would have been a good idea. Let's see then. All aged and mixed. Piano woman. Here. Thanks. So, do you know why Donovan was following you? I don't, but I wasn't in the mood to deal with him. His questions were a bit over the line last time, too. Not the worst I've dealt with, but I just didn't want to humor him. I see. Seems like he was just trying to come on to you. You don't say. Well, not like he'd have a chance anyways. I'm not into older guys and I'm already committed to a relationship. Wait, you are? It's not common knowledge, and the ones that hear it try to dismiss it as rumors, but I've been in a relationship with my producer for a while now. Really? We were both single, and that kind of stuff is bound to happen when you spend so much time together. But it all started when he read an entry I made in my blog about wanting to experience love and the like. I feel like that's an abuse of power, maybe? To have the manager dating the talent? But I'll keep quiet, I suppose. He offered to help with that after he read it, and I thought, sure, why not? I already knew him well enough. It wouldn't hurt to try. How nice. He's a stick in the mud where planning is due, but he's a sweetheart otherwise. I see. You know, I've met 2 fans of yours lately. Really? Both of them seemed so excited when they were talking about you. It was amazing. I don't like the term fan too much. It strikes me as a bit pretentious, in my opinion. I have many fans. Doesn't sit so well. I like many people who like my music better. Fan evokes an uglier and more pretentious image of me. Do you like what I do, Jill? Do you like my music? To be honest, I haven't had much exposure to your work, but the few things I've heard are really good. And, not gonna lie, having talked to you, I feel like I would support you, even if I didn't like it. So nice to hear. Hey, this'll sound familiar, but do you have anything like tea? Let me see. Something tea-like. If I remember correctly, something bitter but girly is fine too. Well, wasn't? Something tea-like. I can't remember too well, but I'll just go with the bitter and girly drink that she mentioned. Here we are. Something bitter but girly is fine, and a sunshine cloud is just that. Bitter yet girly. 2 Adelhyde, 2 Bronson extract, and let's also throw in 2 Karmatrine. All on the rocks and blend it. Here. Yeah, this works. Hey, you're a King Claw CH1A, right? That I am. May I ask something about your model? Sure. Are there any differences between you and a DFC-72? I'm pretty sure that is the same model as Dorothy, I think. We both serve the same purpose, but DFC-72s have the port on their heads, which makes them more versatile. My line lacks that or the resilience of the DT-01Ds, but we're a tad more polished elsewhere. More specifically, our voice emulators are more advanced and our movements are smoother. A trade-off of functionality and power for appearance, you could say. Ah, I see. So, anything new for this concert? Well, it is an encore, so we're trying to make it the same for those that couldn't go to the first one. But we always try to spice it up, like maybe with a surprise song or something. There was this one time I sang a cover of song by B-Link. Of course, in return, they sang Your Love Is a Drug. Ah. So you know the B-Link girls? Really nice kids. You'd be surprised how different from their onstage personas they are. Really? Suzu, for example, can be really childish at times. She laughs a lot, and loudly at that. Meanwhile, Aina is a party girl through and through. If they're not on tour, she spends her time partying like crazy. Huh, hard to believe. I mean, their image is that of stoic girls with little impression or expression. Almost like living Victorian dolls or something. Well, they wanted to pop out in the public. They once told me, if we want people to notice us, we have to break the cutesy idol concept. And so they took the opposite route by becoming cool beauties with melancholic songs. I wouldn't say they went the opposite way. The opposite of cutesy idols would be unkempt, tone-deaf girls spewing vitriol and hate. True, I guess. Well, I've gotta go, but let's have a sparkle star first. Alright. A sparkle star for Miss Idol. 2 Adelhyde, 1 powdered delta, and let's give her 3 Karmatrine. All aged and mixed. Here. Sparkling. Well, it's always a pleasure, Jill. Please come again. Will do. Oh, the handsome bartender. Nice to see you. Huh? Boss, Gil's back. I'll take my break. All right. Oh, that was taking a break quite soon, I think. Could just mean though that the second half of this day is going to be quite packed. I mean, we only met Donovan and Kirameki now, and they didn't really speak that much. Now then, let's have a quick little save and get back to work. Note to self, buy oil for that door. Alright then. Gil, you're in my spot, please. Oh, sorry. Also, you're cleaning one of Boss's chicken buckets. Did Boss ask you to do that? If I told you she did, would you believe me? Without a doubt. Let's go with that then. Right. Greetings. Ah, Stella. What can I get you? I'll go with the Bleeding Jane today. Leading Jane for Stella. She doesn't seem too cheerful. I wonder if something bad happened back at home. Hopefully then maybe Say can come by and calm her down. Cheer her up, but maybe. All blended. Say the name of this drink 3 times in front of a mirror and you'll look like a fool. Here you go. Thank you. What brought you here today? Waiting for Say? I came by myself actually. I was in the area and stopped to say hi. Oh. It's pretty interesting though. When I first saw you, I doubted you'd ever come here again. Well, this place is comfortable, I must admit. So quiet and secluded. It's also clean. Really clean. Gil is the one you can owe that to. The guy takes pride in how clean he keeps things around here. If you ever need cleaning stuff, he's a nice pick. Really? He's a bit out of it today though. I see. Hey Joel, have you heard of the new gold rush in the city? Gold rush? Everyone is paying small fortunes to get their hands on pieces of white knight suits. I think I heard or read something about that, but I'm having doubts, so probably not. In any case, how is it a gold rush? Well, the tech behind the suits was always safely guarded, but after the event at the bank... Sorry. After the events at the bank, the suits were remotely shut down, bricking many of them in the process. Many units dropped their armor right there and fled when the lynchings went on. Any white knights still stuck in their suit had to take the armor off manually to run away. It all happened in the middle of the lynching, so they'd be sitting ducks if they didn't. Some weren't that lucky. They got beaten up while they weren't able to move. So, between the suits becoming glorified paperweights and many white knights going on the run, there ended up being a lot of junk lying around. But the whole scientific community is rejoicing. They're on a race to reverse engineer the suits and take as much technology as possible from them. And of course, even single pieces of the armor fetch a high price these days. Could anyone see any profit from that research to justify those expenses? It's new tech, a whole new field ripe with patents just open for many, so I'd say yes. Huh. I mean, the BTC is literally a conglomerate built upon patents and trademarks. I can see how. There is one weird case though. There's this guy named Jack. He's the captain of a very unique Blitzkrieg Corps unit. Unique? The guy had a really small unit. 5 people including himself. The aesthetics of his unit's armor was heavily modded to the point that they looked like a squad of henshin heroes. What? They looked really gaudy. But it turned out that the guy actually broke through the software and disabled the remote switch. He has one of the few, if not the only, suits of armor with the OS intact. To say they're among the most wanted people would be an understatement. You know a lot about this. It's interesting, the amount of things you hear when dealing with drunk people of all kinds in the same place. It also helps to put on a front that makes people lower their guard. That should sound familiar to you? True. Wait. Here's a freebie. A fun fact. The failsafe was originally going to involve the armor blowing up and leaving no traces. But regulations and laws didn't allow that kind of technology near civilians. I guess even Zaibatsu Corp has its limits, huh? People love to demonize Zaibatsu Corp because, let's face it, they're far from innocent. But they're not evil overlords, they're just greedy. They're just a big corporation. They just so happen to have control over what tantamounts to a city-state. But corporations will naturally resort to draconian methods. I've heard horror stories from people outside the city about trying to use product placement. If you so much as hold a bottle the wrong way or get in the way of a logo, you'll be in for lots of trouble. And let's not start with the theme parks or the like. Those are dystopias of their own. Then again, most of the demonization is due to Quincy being such a clown. He has no power anyways. He's just the front that whatever council behind Zaibatsu Corp chose. He makes a fool of himself, and the attention is taken away from whatever it is that the Zaibatsu Corp is actually doing. Yeah. So, what you were saying is that Glitch City is basically a huge theme park. I've called the White Knights glorified mall security in the past, so yeah. Huh. No, seriously. Hen what? Can I get a Brantini here, please? Sure. Now, let's give her a Brantini. I'm surprised that Jill doesn't pick up on the Henshin heroes. I assume it's like Kamen Rider type of thing, where they transform into fancy suits, or Power Rangers, or anything like that really. 1, 2, 3 Power to Delta, and 1 Kamen Dream. I mean, when I think of somebody wearing a suit like that, a high-tech suit, it makes me think of Transformers. Well, not Transformers, Power Rangers, or Kamen Rider. They have the cool little transformation sequence as well and everything. Anyway. Oh, oops, I forgot to age it. No. Let's remember to age that. And do it again. 6 Edelheid. 3 Power to Delta. 1 Cometrine. And there we go. A Brantini. Here. Thanks. So, I take it you're in a good mood today. Does it show? A bit. Yeah, well, I managed to nab a couple of tickets for the Kid and Mickey Encore concert. Nice. Alright, as it turns out, she was just here. Again? Sorry. Again? Can't believe I just missed her. I was surprised too. I was more surprised she remembered my name though. And, like last time, she was quite the graceful client. Man, so those rumors about her being really nice in person were actually true. Amazing. I mean, you always want the famous people to be nice in real life. But having such backing to that claim, to hear that she's so nice to everyone, it's nice to hear, you know? In fact, many think that's what made her so famous so quickly. How she's so down to earth and totally accessible, making her someone everyone wants to root for. Ah, I see. Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't want to feel like you're supporting crappy people. Although, to be honest, I never put much thought into that one. Hell, half the time I have no idea who made what I use, nor do I care much. Being a nice person will take you far though. My daddy always insisted that being ruthless in the boardroom doesn't mean being an ass. And he has actually managed to get certain contracts over their more powerful people. All thanks to being a nice guy, overall. You hear that? Nice guys don't finish last. Sounds like good advice. But, more importantly... Daddy? Do you really believe me saying she was just here that easily? You're not the kind to lie about stuff like that, so, sure. Thanks, I guess. That said, can you go to the concert so easily? What about security and the like? My dad always has a unit keeping an eye on me from a distance. And you'd be surprised at how easily I can disguise myself with just a different hairdo and a cap. I see. I wonder if I could get in the disabled line with Sei and her wounds. Although, she'll probably nag me about how she doesn't need it and we shouldn't abuse that. Hey, can you get me a classic drink? Sure. Something classic, let's see. The good old classic frothy water. Nah, let's try and get her something else. Bleeding Jane actually. Might be better. 1 Bronson extract. 3 Power to Delta. 3 Flanner Guide. All blended. And... wait for it. There we go. Bleeding Jane. Here. Thank you. Do you have many servants around the house, Stella? I do, but they've been with us for so long, they're pretty much family. My dad has always said that if you can earn somebody's trust, they'll gleefully work for you, and everyone wins. We even had a young gardener that left to study engineering, and he actually came back. He still comes by every weekend to tend the plants. Man, that sounds nice. Let me know if you're ever in need of a job. I might find you something. Thanks for the offer. Wait. I just realized something's off with the whole tech gold rush story. What would it be? Wouldn't all that tech be patented anyways? I mean, I get trying to crack it in the first place, but that would be true if the tech was patented in the first place. It isn't? Zaibatsu have been so paranoid about making the White Knights untouchable that they never patented anything. A patent would be in a database that somebody could hack and retrieve valuable info from. Not to mention they've been using tech from other companies without any authorization. And no patent registry in their right mind would approve of that global shutdown signal. Let alone how it immobilized everyone still inside one of those suits. So the ones that were upholding the law did so using suits that are by all means illegal? The irony runs deep, wouldn't you say? Why do it though? When you have so much money, you start thinking you can screw around with the rules. All that power makes you think you're above every law there is. And this city is what happens when those with money start making the rules. I'm curious though, have you ever covered up any fuck-ups by using money? I think we've all done things we're not too proud of at some point of our lives. Well, Jill, I gotta go. Always a pleasure. Please come again. Ah, Alma. Oh, instantly. No hello? You're pretty insistent on that one, aren't you? It's basic courtesy, something I will fight to uphold. First the greeting stop, then saying please and thanks stop, and before you know it, boom! Total anarchy. You're exaggerating. I'm not. In fact, I'll go through that door again and I expect you to properly greet me this time. Fine. Hello, Jill. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary. Huh? Over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore. While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping. As of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. You overdid it. You totally overdid it. Quoth the bartender, I did not. So, you like poetry? Ooh, seemed like a cool game? It is, Iris. Iris FK. Welcome, Iris. We are playing a game called Valhalla, a cyberpunk bartending game. I'm glad you think that it's a cool game. I had a phase. Can I get you something? Let's start with the big cobalt velvet. Sure. Let's see, a big cobalt velvet. We can go here. And yes, Iris, in case you are new, obviously what you just saw now was the sort of the visual novel aspect. And she just ordered a drink, so now we can go to the bartending aspect of the game where we can look up a cobalt velvet. And here we see the recipe on the left hand side. And on the right hand side, we can mix that drink by following that recipe. So you can see it says 2 Edelheid, so we put 2 in, 3 Flannerguide, so we put 3 of those in, and 5 Comatrine, which is the equivalent of alcohol. We put that in over here. But she specifically asked for a big one, so we double up the ingredients to make it nice and big. And a total of 10 Comatrine, all on the rocks and blended. Let's see then. Wait for it to shake a lot. There we go. Oh, I messed it up, I think. Let's see, let's try that again. All on the rocks. Oh, I forgot to mix it as well. I blended it by accident. That's an easy fix though. 4 Edelheid, 6 Flannerguide, and 10 Comatrine. This time we will mix it instead of blending it. Juice moment, yeah. There we go. A big cobalt velvet. Here. Thanks. Oh yeah. There's something I've been wondering about for a while. And thank you for following, Iris. I hope that you will enjoy this playthrough of Valhalla. Does the name Shadowmaster 69's Chronicles ring any bells? Wow. You and Pale. No, the name doesn't ring any bells. May 22nd. Today my daily card readings told me that I'd meet great change, thanks to an old man. My biology teacher told me I had been picked for an inter-school contest with my latest essay. I just knew a scientific theory on the idea of auras was as revolutionary as I thought. Soon I'll bring the world into the occult science singularity. Later entries don't seem to have gone that well though. Mentions are being laughed at, being lectured on why the essay was wrong. Jill, I made sure to delete that blog. No evidence should be left. I can think of at least 6 different sources off the top of my head that have all that stuff archived. Why? Why? Sheesh, relax. It's not that bad. What do you mean it's not that bad? Don't you realize how embarrassing it all was? We've all been young, Jill. Relax. It's not like you're still like that nowadays. That would have been embarrassing. You're not still like that, right? Is she your crush? I mean, Alma and Jill have had quite the dynamic. They do seem to tease each other a lot, so there might be a thing going on there. Gods no, I gave up on the whole occult stuff. It's just that remembering all that stuff is... I don't know, I like the way you looked. All dressed in black, with the rare accessory popping out thanks to the colors. I mean, at least you had the decency to use makeup and take care of yourself. So, you have a pick. Oh god, you have a fucking pick. Why did you do this to me? Why did you dig out the sins of my past? I was bored. Last Friday I had to make my mind up the whole Diana thing, so I ran a small background check on you. Simple stuff. Just checking past internet activity. Please don't run background checks like that. I just used a search engine, you know? I didn't request documents or anything. What led you to the page? You do realize your main mail account everywhere is still the one you used back then, right? Stalker girl moment. Actually, Iris, the main thing about Alma is that she is actually a very good hacker. So she's all about the cybersecurity stuff. But obviously in her spare time, she likes to do some mischievous things with her hacking abilities. Like I said, relax. You were obsessed with occultism. I wanted to kiss all the boys. And I kinda almost accomplished that in middle school, which still sort of haunts me today. Never underestimate the lengths old classmates will go to track you down. Especially if they think you're still the girl that kissed them for fun and they're lonely to boot. We all have things we're not too proud of as adults. Now I know how criminals feel when evidence is used against them. I have to ask though, why the 69? It was supposed to be 69, not 69, like in reference to both the lover and the hermit. I was convinced it meant wise choices. Chill. There's nobody that would read that as 6'9". I was 12 at the time. Even at 12, I fucking knew what a 69 was. Just how innocent were you back then? You have no idea. Well, let's sweeten up things a bit. I'll have a sugar rush. Sure. A sugar rush? Are they trendy now or something? That's true. Everybody has been ordering a sugar rush as of late. Let's see. 2 Adelhyde, 1 powdered delta, and let's give her some Comadrin. Why not? All mixed. Here. This is the thing. Say, Alma, speaking of the past, what was your last long-term relationship like? That's sudden. You dug through my past. I've earned the right to dig through yours. Fine, fine. Long-lasting relationships, huh? Romantic ones, I'm guessing. Yep. Well, I've had about 4 boyfriends who I describe as such, that I've introduced to my family and all. The first one was in high school. I broke up with him because he cheated on me. I remember the other girl trying to pick a fight and me just saying, keep the fucker. The second one was during my freshman year. I broke up with him after he thought it'd be funny to punch me in the arm. He starts with a friendly hit and before you know it... Anyways. Yes, she also has robotic arms. I guess that's what the whole point of the boyfriend punching her in the arms is for. The other guy I met shortly after I dropped out. he wasn't interested in he was interested in marriage, but he wanted to get married after only half a year or so of knowing me. And then there's Richard. Who? I spent almost 4 years with him. We got along pretty well. We had awesome chemistry. I truly loved him. But as time went by, there was a rift that started separating us. He just didn't like my family. Sad past moment? Yep. Well, to be fair, Iris, that's nothing compared to what we have. Yeah, you might not have known this, but we are currently trying to deal with the trauma of having broken up with our ex-girlfriend, which happened 3 years ago, but we recently found out that that ex-girlfriend actually died about last week or so when her little sister came by to give us the bad news, which we've sort of overcome by now, but in a short while actually, we're going to confront that little sister again to speak about the relationship. He didn't? Moreover, he wasn't a family person. He distanced himself from his own and voiced that he didn't want kids. There was a part of me that wanted to believe, even if just for a little bit, that maybe he changed his mind. But as much as I loved him, that one detail brought a growing gap between us. And at one point I just had to break up with him. But I'm not here to depress you. Bring me a beer, will ya? Sure. More tears? Yeah. It's been quite a rough ride for good old Jill. And Alma, for that matter. The two of them seem to always confide in each other's company, venting to each other a lot. Let's see, all mixed. Thanks for telling me that, by the way. Don't mention it. Okay, one more question and we're even. Wow, you really are embarrassed of that blog, huh? Sure, ask away. At what age did you get those implants in your boobs? Jill, I love you and I know you're saying that in jest, but I've lived through so many rumors about me getting plastic surgery that I can't and won't take it as a joke. As such, and honoring our friendship, I'll just say this. They're real, and they're spectacular. Now, ask the real question before I slap you. I'll grant you one and only one chance to call me by my full name as a compensation then. I gladly take your offer. It's funny that you mentioned slapping because my real question was, why did you get your hands chopped? Chopped. Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first is that I spend lots of time typing and these replacements help me avoid carpal tunnel syndrome. Oh. There's other utilities like how I can interface with many devices. For example, there's a tiny computer embedded in my glasses. If I move my index finger, it acts like the computer's cursor. There's lots more, but there's small things that don't sound that impressive when I say it out loud. How did your family take the operation? They took it well enough. Except for my mom. She freaked out for months. She even went to the hospital to ask for my hands. Don't you miss them? Sometimes, but just during emotional moments. But as luck would have it, someone else has them. Shortly before my operation, there was an accident on the highway. One of the victims was this young lady whose right hand had got completely crushed. I told them to check if we were compatible and all that. I mean, implants are not everyone's first choice if they can get a natural replacement. A bit of cosmetic treatment and it could pass off as her original hand with no problem. Last I heard, we were compatible and the family agreed to the donation. I don't know what became of her, but I hope she's fine. And you didn't tell your mom about that? I didn't want her to pestering the poor girl. So, are we cool now? Are we even now? Are we? You were pretty pissed about my comment regarding your boobs. Again, I'm sorry. It sounded a lot less rude in my head. Yeah, don't worry about that. Besides, I get to call you Julianne once. Now you don't. Huh? Why? You just called me by my full name. Are you serious? One chance and only one chance. And you just used it up. Damn it. Surprise! Ah yes, Anna. She is a bit of a weird one. She is like the hologram girl that we see in our vision, but apparently we're the only ones who can see her. Hey Alma, this might be weird, tangent, but do you believe in ghosts? Hey. Not particularly, no. Although, there was this paper I read once that was quite interesting. It proposed a scenario where nanomachine clusters would leave the body after death, and then acted as a collective hive mind through residual brainwaves. The result would basically be an image not unlike a hologram. Of course, the hypothesis fell through because such a nanomachine density is impossible in a body. Even 5% of the amount needed is enough to make the blood too dense for the heart. And it's not like brainwaves are potent enough to create those reactions. Still, an interesting read though. I see. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault that you convinced yourself that you're crazy. Well, I'll leave then. See you tomorrow. See ya. All done? I am. What about you, Gil? For some reason, the idle girl left him like that, it seems. You think? Might have been while he was out. True. Hey boss, you're a fan of wrestling, aren't you? I mean, you were a wrestler, so... That I am, yeah. Why? I was wondering, isn't wrestling fake? Aren't twin tails for little girls and teens with 8th grade syndrome? 8th grade what? When you get down to it, wrestling is as real as a soap opera. I mean, you don't really expect a legal lawsuit to be fixed in a ring, right? Sure, in my ideal world, you would solve legal problems through good old wrestling, but... No, seriously. 8th grade what? But you don't go around calling soap operas fake. It's a show. It just so happens to use fights as an expression. You might as well see it as an unique form of theater. Besides, considering the injuries many wrestlers suffer, it's not all fake. Huh. I didn't think about it that way. Sadly, I won't stand for anyone bad-mouthing wrestling. So now I have to go out and break Gil's back to make you humble. Oh, well... Wait, what? Come here, fuckboy! Fuckboy! Ah! 8th grade what? Once again, another day with no mistakes. So we get a nice little flawless bonus. Who would have thought a bona fide idol in the bar? And we are now over $11,000, so hopefully rent should be sorted. Oh my goodness, yes, we just made enough for the rent. Oof. With $1,000 left to spare. Jill will have a roof on her head for another month. This sense of relief will make sure she focuses at work. Whew. I was a bit worried that we wouldn't make it. Now then, let's do a quick save. Day 18. And if I'm not mistaken, that means there are only 2 more days left. Now then, let's look at Kiramiki's blog. Valhalla. The name sounds silly and a bit hard to pronounce. Good thing it's actually called Valhalla. The funny numbers and letters are just a code. Anyway, I visited this cute and small bar downtown twice after getting lost for a bit. I think the area was called Neon District. At first it was a bit scary because I forgot my way back, but once I got in there, I felt really safe and at home. The bartenders are a bunch of sweethearts, and the boss was such a class act. I even took a photo with her and sent a video to her little sister. I look forward to visiting again. The drinks were tasty, even though they weren't made of real alcohol. Mega Christmas is here. Oh wait, we've read all of these. Let's see. Augmented Eye. New Lilim regulations. Oh, wow, that was fast. It was only yesterday they were talking about the relationships between Lilim and humans. The current regulations preventing Lilim from looking too human have been working well so far, but Glitch City's government is planning to create even more new laws so as to enforce robot-like features among the Lilim in a bid to reduce identity theft. Glitch City, the first nation to adopt the current standard in artificial intelligence and robotics, was the first to allow robots into normal society, quickly giving them the necessary rights so as to sustain a long-term experiment about their role in human evolution. Unfortunately, the first year saw numerous reports of identity theft, resulting in the need for more stringent measures. It is unknown what kind of laws we'll have in the future regarding their existence. After the Great Earthquake, salvage agents are the new rage. The Great Earthquake that sank large portions of the world 5 years ago also created an unexpected new profession: salvage agents. Summer Aki is one of these salvagers, and she shares her experience with the augmented eye. Seeing big cities like Tokyo and places like Caracas several kilometers below the ocean's surface, that's something that gets to you, you know? Millions lived there before the Great Earthquake, and it's on to me to retrieve their memories, their lives. Lilim are robots, not angels. Oh, come on, Enjo. Glad you could join us. And remember, technically speaking, Lilims aren't robots. They don't like being called that. But I do agree. Some of the Lilims that we met are quite angels. Although to be fair, some could argue that Dorothy is less of an angel and more of a succubus. The naming is a bit strange. Yeah, it is. I mean, I guess if they don't want to be called robots, then sure. The Great Earthquake. Yes, millions lived there before the Great Earthquake. And it's on to me to retrieve their memories, their lives. Aki is now working to retrieve items from a research facility in the Tanegashima Island in Japan. Bartending up the waifus. Also, what's up, Shana? What's up, Clavio? Glad you could join us. And yes, we are bartending up the waifus. Specifically, at least, in my opinion, Alma, who we had a nice big fat chat with earlier. And speaking of big fat things, Alma's boobs. But anyway, on to the last part of the news. Grand Slam Fighters crowns a new heavyweight champion. Glitch City's most popular pro wrestling promotion crowned a new heavyweight champion yesterday, with Giant Yusuke taking the gold from fellow Japanese wrestler Justin Liger. Alma's topic? Yep, never gonna give you up, understands. After previous champion 66 American Kid was forced to relinquish the title due to a head injury, GSF decided to hold a tournament to find a new title award holder. Dorothy's heart is also big. That is very true. Among other things, her libido is also quite big. I got end engraved in my mind, sorry. Let's see. The match ended after an epic 30-minute bout, with Giant Yusuke applying a massive German suplex for the 3 count. During an interview with Augmented Eye, Giant Yusuke told us through a translator that he's waiting for 66 American Kid to recover. I won't rest until I beat him clean. The Cobalt Velvet. I think we did serve her one as well. So, it is true that Alma is very much a fan of Cobalt Velvets. But now then, let us head to work. For day 18, Friday, December 30th. The second last day of the story, I think. Because tomorrow would be the New Year's Day party. Good evening. And the Brantini about Alma? Yes, Enjo. Again, I think we did just serve a Brantine and a Cobalt Velvet to Alma not too long ago. So those are definitely her drinks of choice, I think. Gil? Are you humming Shine Spark? Ah, hey Joel. Are you okay? Are you in love, maybe? Nothing of the sort. I'm fine. Right. No, seriously. Did you fuck? Men only get so happy after they've fucked. That's not... Oh my god, you totally fucked. Was it Alma? Did you have 7 minutes in heaven with her? No, I didn't. In any case, congratulations. I haven't seen you this happy since, well, never. Oh my goodness, what a name we haven't seen in a while. Streaming Chun. Today's escapades will bring us to a familiar place and... Shit. Gil, I'm out. I'm gonna... Not so fast, flat bartender, if that's even your real name. Streaming Chun. This is, I think, the second time that we've seen her in this entire game. And again, this is her gimmick that she always streams live to everybody. And when she shows up, you can see there's the live thing over there and also the scrolling comments flying past the screen. Last time, my viewership had a weird peak while I was passed out. So, I'm here to find out what made people so interested. Huh? Do I have something on my face? This guy totally fucked. No doubt about it. That gleam in his eyes is unmistakable. Whatever. Just keep it down. Jill, you're here. Isn't that the passed out girl from 2 weeks ago? I'm not here. Oh, sorry. I'll be back in my office then. Damn, caught in 4K or more resolution, yeah. Anyway. Wait, so that was it? She just showed up and then left? Okay, fair enough, sure. Let's see, let's put on good old favorite of mine. Where is it? Drive Me Wild. Wait a minute, is this a new song? Okay, nah, that's fine. Drive Me Wild it is. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Betty and Deal. You are too happy and you're too mopey. What happened? I was right. Huh? That Laura girl was head over heels for him. I was right on the money. Yes, the last time we spoke to these two, they had a little bit of an argument, I'd say. Because there was a girl at their company named Laura, who is a human, and they were concerned about whether or not she had a crush on Deal over here on the right. Which was quite concerning because Laura being a human girl and Deal being a Lilim, I guess it's quite topical since we also just read an article about Lilim human relationships. But let's see what happened with Laura and Deal. Say, that girl. I'm not here! Sorry. Isn't she the one that passed out last time? Anyways, Betty was right and that deserves a beer. And you? I'm fine. A Friday beer for a cheerful Betty. Alrighty then. Let's give her a beer with 1 Adelhyde, 2 Bronson extract, 1 powdered delta, 2 Flanagide, and 4 Carmetrine. All of it mixed. Here. Woo! So, the girl was actually infatuated with him? You should have seen her, screaming from the top of her lungs that she liked him. And him just standing there thinking, just like that. In retrospect, it was a tad too cliched for my taste. Still, I knew she liked him. I was right. I was right. He doesn't seem particularly happy though. He never is. Unlike your coworker, holy shit, did he fuck? You're making it too obvious, Gil. How? That beaming face is unmistakable. The face of a guy that got some and enjoyed every moment. Back to Deal though. Like I said, he seems lost in thought. Victories like these are few and far between. Let me enjoy myself. Can I get something non-alcoholic here? That's not how you drown your sorrows, piece of scrap. I'll have a Bloom Light. Okay. I need to serve a Bloom Light and something non-alcoholic. Wow, she just ordered a beer though and she's already ordering something else. Let's see. Oh my goodness, did we just get a three-peat of bots? Whew. Oh baby, a triple. Anyway. Let's see. 4 Adelhyde. 1 powdered delta. 2 Flanagide. And 3 Carmetrine. That will be for Betty's Bloom Light. Another triple, yep. Let's see then. All on the rocks. And mixed. Oh, I missed something? What did I mess up? I blame the bots for making me mess up that order. Let's try again. 4 Adelhyde. 1 powdered delta. 2 Flanagide. And 3 Carmetrine. All on the rocks and mixed. Wait, what? What am I doing wrong here? Oh, aged on the rocks and mixed. I missed that part. Whoops. Again, I'll blame it on the bots for making me miss that. And all aged on the rocks and mixed. Bloom light. And something non-alcoholic for a little old deal. How about... what is non-alcoholic? Let's find something. Ah, here we are. A crevice spike. 2 powdered delta and 4 flanner guide. And since the cometrine is optional, we'll just not put anything in there. And now we wait for it. There we go. Here. Thanks. Same. Celebrate all you want, but I'm freaking out here. I know nothing about relationships. I have no idea what to do. Well, for starters, what do you think, Jill? Me? Her? Betty, I've seen a few of your relationships, remember? Aside from Veronica, there's Angela, Pamela, Sandra, Rita, Monica, Erica, Tina, Mary, and Jessica. Or should I say, didn't share the bed sheets, snores like a pig, cold feet, shampoo waster, chocolate addict, too religious, fan of the wrong rugby team, teetotaler, and chews with the mouth open. What do you think, Jill? That you must be quite the heartbreaker to have so many relationships in a short period of time. That's the list. Yeah, that's quite the list. I mean, about piece of scrap situation. And thank you. I'm not the right person for this. Gil? He's still on fucking Cloud 9. Or is it fucking in Cloud 9? What about... Sneaky, sneaky. I'll be damned. She actually hides pretty well. For starters, how do you feel about her? I don't know. I don't know her that well. I mean, you could start there. Ask her out sometime. Get to know her. Maybe she'll change her mind. Maybe you'll change yours. In the end, you lose nothing by... what? I'm just realizing I'm giving love advice to a Lilim. So, I don't know how well it applies to you. These things are human and all, but organs anyways nowadays. Even if that's the case, it's interesting that she felt that way towards him. Why wouldn't she? This fella is a good catch if I do say so myself. And like I said, humans and all but organs. You've surely encountered Lilim that you sometimes forget are not humans? Well, we live in weird times, but hey, that only makes them more interesting. It's odd going to other cities and not seeing the same integration of Lilim though. Well, Glitch City is pretty much the cradle of social experiments involving Lilim integration, so... anyway, just try to get to know her. You'll find out how you feel afterwards. Yeah, I think I'll try that. It's quite the uninspired advice, if you ask me. Anything else? Let's commemorate the occasion with a piano man and a piano woman. Okay. That's a cute little pair drink, I suppose. I don't even know if they are typically a pair drink, but let's make them. Well, I wonder if Streaming Chan is actually going to do something other than just lurk around in the background and sneak around. Oh, also, let's not forget the comic or planner guide. All on the rocks and mixed. There's the piano man. And now the piano woman, which will make 5 Edelhide, 5 Bronze extract, 2 powdered delta, 3 flanner guide, and 3 Karmatrine. All aged and mixed. Piano man and a piano woman. Here. And now we reach a stalemate. I'd normally take the piano man, but I feel like there's a symbolic value in taking the woman. Why order like that then? Huh? I hate Aura. You what? She's gonna take you away from me. You're my piece of scrap, not hers. You're mine. Mine! Betty, you don't own me. Besides, I can't for the life of me leave you alone. I feel like the moment I let you out of my sight, you'll just crash. That's not a laughing matter. You need someone making sure you aren't kicking people. That's not normal, you know? Besides, it's not like I have something with her yet. You're right. So, you won't leave me? I'd worry myself sick if I left you to your own devices, honestly. We're witnessing the blossom of a new love right here, right now. That's right, Enjo. Uh-oh, indeed. We should leave now. Oh yeah. We're holding a small New Year's party tomorrow. I don't know if you want to come. We'll come. Are you sure? We will. Fine. We'll be here, Jill. Anyway, see you then. Bye, Bill. Please, come again. Party? I'd love to go. But I told everyone that tomorrow I'd end the year with a party myself, so... Sorry. To be fair, we didn't really invite you, but... I totally forgot she was already here. Man, that was such bliss. So, I can see how traffic spiked. Things can get fun here. And just like the last time, I need to show my viewers something fun. Give me something nasty. She wants something nasty again. What is something nasty? I forgot what she ordered last time. Let me actually see if I wrote it down. She's only ever appeared once. I just looked up and I saw the one line that said too much clothing. Oi, oi, oi. Let's see. Met Streaming-chan. I did write it down. We met her on the 4th day of the game. Streaming-chan. When she says nasty stuff, she means a manly or a promotional drink. So, let us see. A manly promo drink. Manly pile driver. Something strong. I suppose manly is something similar to that. So you're not wrong. Never gonna give you up. That's quite on the money there, actually. Let's see. What other... Surely there's something that overlaps. Bitter promo bland. Bloom light. I don't know if we can get for one that is both manly and promo. I guess we'll just go for something manly then. How about a suplex? That sounds strong. Passing out and knocked out from a single drink time. Let's go! 4 Bronson extract. 3 Flanner guide. And 3 Cometry. This is a manly drink and, I mean, like you said, never gonna give you up. When I think of a suplex, I think of strong. You know, only a strong man can do a suplex. Or a strong woman, I suppose. Let's see. All on the rocks and mixed. Here. This is the... Hold on. It was nasty, alright. To be fair, she did ask for something nasty. And now, it's time for me to be a nice person and give you something nice. Huh? It's the second time I'm here, so it's only natural that you get your own copy of my theme song. She has a theme song? No thank you. Don't be shy. Let me give you one. I mean it. No thank you. Well, too late. It's already in your player. That can't... How in the ever-loving fuck did you do it? Magic. That's bullshit. Video editing magic. Did you just hack into the music player? Let's move on, shall we? I wonder if she's also a hacker like Alma. Yeah, whatever. Hey, weren't there dogs? Last time you talked about this place like it was this zany haven of sorts, but I see the same shit. Seriously, no decorations or anything of the like? Good question. Where are the dogs? I either haven't paid enough attention to their arrival, or they haven't come. Idols, newspaper managers, talking dogs, and yet this is the same old bar like last time. I might sue you for fake advertising, you know? Now that I think about it, maybe boss just donated money to the CIRA thing. And then tricked the dog into coming here as a part-timer for kicks. Oh well, anything interesting lately? I mean, it's not like I miss them, but they should at least show their faces. Hello? Sorry, what did you say? I was asking if there were any new stories. This is not a newspaper, you know? Nor is it a Crazy Stories on Demand streaming service. That's a big fat lie and you know it. Shut up. But I said nothing. I meant, so shut that idea up. Yeah, that. I won't. Last time I came here, the viewership peaked for some reason, and I want to find out why. Maybe Pretty Boy over there can tell us the story of who he fucked. He's so distracted he won't even make a retort. Amazing. I guess there's something worth saying, but... Then I want to hear it. Oh, I want to hear it. Well, Kira Mickey came yesterday again. You're shitting me. You expect me to believe she came all the way here again? Do you even have proof like the glass from last time? Well, if I may interject. You been listening, boss? The walls are pretty thin. Oh. Anyway, she did. I even took a pic with her. She did what? Let's see. Why? I try to make an appointment with her and she's always busy. But you sit there and she just comes waltzing over? It's not fair. Hey, if I knew how the hell stuff like that happened, I'd share my secrets. I was just as baffled as you are right now. Yeah, but I bet you're not even that much of a fan anyway, are you? I mean, you're not wrong. Can you at least tell me how nice she was as a client? Very graceful client, much like the last time. A really nice girl. I'm gonna give you my number. If she ever comes back, you let me know. You hear? Not gonna let you keep her to yourself. I really doubt she'll come back again though. She already came twice. I'm not taking any chances. I need something to drown this anger with. Give me something girly, will you? Okay. She's asking for a girly drink now. Let's see. I'm so glad that the comments still scroll by even when I'm over here on the menu. Let's see, a girly drink. Did I miss bath time? What's happening? How about a blueberry? 1, 2, 3, 4 Edelheid. 1 planner guide. And sure, let's give her, let's say 5 Cometrine. All aged and mixed. Here. Phew. Let's just chill a bit. It's still not fair. You know, you're boring today. You're not chatting that much, nor are you doing anything funny. Maybe the whole peak viewership thing is just you. Huh? Maybe this bar and me both had nothing to do with the spike. Maybe you were just that good. Are you hitting on me? I am not. In fact, I'm kind of trying to get you to leave. Pronto. Don't be so hard on the girl. She's fun. Another nuisance shows up. Whoa, Joe hates me. It's not hate. It's just... Wait. I'm not having this conversation again. Boring. Hey. You are curious, right? About Boy's partner. Want to know who it was? Do you know? Maybe. Maybe not. That maybe not settles it then. Not taking any chances. Oh, come on. Bartender? You're making lots of faces there. It's nothing, really. Did the two bartenders break or something? Should I call the manager? Tech support? Hey Joe, inner and outer voice. Remember? Fuck. What? Who fucked? Aside from that guy, I mean. Say, you're oddly calm today. Well, I've been getting more sleep lately. That way, I don't feel like if I stop speaking, I'll die. Crash is one hell of a drug. And wouldn't you know, I can actually make it premium time if I go commando. Huh. But come on, I'm getting bored out of my ass here. Do something. I'm not a dog. You can't just ask me to roll over, you know. Mind if I entertain you a bit then? Boss? You and Gil take a break. I'll entertain the missy here. Alright. Joel. By that I meant take Gil with you. I don't want him humming to the middle of the road and right into a truck's grill. Grilled Gil. Right. Alright, Gil. Come with me. Huh? I wonder what Dana would even do to keep Streaming Chan entertained. But that is the break for today. Let's head right back into it. Let me also take a sip of my water. Oh, we're in this special little scenario as well, where you get to have a dialogue with Gil. Want one? No thanks. I don't smoke. Huh. Alright. I got a text from Alma. Boss! Alma and Gil didn't fuck. Well, that's a bummer. She is sending congratulations your way though. Tell her I said thanks, I guess. So, who was the lucky girl? So, it was a guy? I never thought you swung that way. It wasn't a guy. So it was a girl. And you did fuck. I don't feel comfortable talking about that, you know? You don't make things easy for me, though. How so? I mean, you're pretty hard to get close to, you know? You never talk about yourself. You're talkative, so long as it doesn't involve you directly. Teasing you is literally the only way I know to get through to you. You make me sound like some weird loner. You are a weird loner. At least, tell me if you enjoyed the night you spent with whoever it was. Man, even now, I'm also curious now who it was that Gil apparently fucked. I did. Good for you. Why are you humming Sunshine Stone so much though? Well, after that idol girl came again yesterday. Don't tell me it was Kira Mickey that he slept with. I looked up her discography and I can't stop humming or listening to them. Right. Oh god. You didn't fuck the idol girl, did you? No? Why? Would that be a problem though? I don't know. It'd just feel weird. Well, that's that for the break. Let's go back. Right. Oh, and Gil? Keep in mind what I said about opening up more. I mean it. That way, we won't tease you so often. Listening to you say that has to be the weirdest thing I've heard this year. Shut up. I wonder if Alma finds Gil attractive. Yeah, Angel, don't worry, I was also baited by the thoughts of Kira, Mickey and Gil getting down and dirty together. What shall we play now? Drive Me Wild. It's another good one. Oh my goodness. Streaming Chan did put her song on in the jukebox. Oh yeah. I don't want to listen to that more than I need to. What other good ones are there? Yeah, let's just go with the old classic. Welcome to Valhalla. And that's that. Back. Good old Dorothy. What were you two doing back there? We was fucking. Oh, so you're just chatting then? Oh, she just saw right through it. Holy crap. Did you two really fuck? John has the face of a man who fucked to death recently. See, Gil? You're making it too obvious. How? What will you have today? I'll have a gut punch. Coming right up, huh? What? Nothing? Dorothy wants a gut punch? Is the world ending? I suppose, yeah, Dorothy doesn't really order stuff like that. She normally orders girly types of drinks, so this is a bit out of the ordinary. Mod planner guide. And let's give her some commentary. All aged and mixed. Here. Stop looking at me like that. Sorry. Are you okay? It's weird for you to order something like that. Yeah, I'm just trying out stuff. Did you know Lilim tongues are designed to identify food using the chemical components? Our tongues were designed with the human ones in mind. For example, the first flavors that we detect are sour and bitter, just like you guys. I checked my personal specs, and apparently my sensitivity is set to 1.2235x. That makes me hate those flavors because I feel them harder. Why all that exposition? I mean, I'd lie if I say I wasn't interested. But why? Well, after last time, I got curious and started checking how many of my systems worked in detail. For example, the tips of my fingers are so sensitive to vibrations, you could make a seismograph with them. Huh. And checking that, I found that it's all based on how humans work. And that got me thinking about what you said. I mean, for my systems to work, humans had to understand how they work. And after all those discoveries, they're not any more or less artificial. Why should I be? I don't know. Looking up all of that suddenly made me feel real. It was the opposite of what I felt last time. I feel like I'm here right now. Huh, glad to hear that. Alright then, let's try something sweet now. Something sweet. That's more like it. How about a sugar rush is normally very sweet, right? Sweet, girly, happy. That's perfect for Dorothy. 2 Adelhyde, 1 powdered delta, and again, with some cometrine. Here. Ah, nice. To be honest, it's a bit surreal for me. What? I'm here talking to you and you're answering like any human would. You're even expressing happiness. I remember when I was a kid, I usually tried to strike conversations with AIs. But after a bit, they just start looping through their built-in answers, repeating the same things over and over. That always made me crash back into reality. When I think back to that, having such advanced AIs like you here right now, it's amazing. I don't know, it makes my inner child happy to see something she always dreamt of. It helps when I feel particularly cynical. Oh, you flatter me. Besides, I've always thought about humans like nature's Lilim. The method might have been different, but we, too, evolved from a more simple form ages ago. If Lilim managed to create biological life years from now, it will all have come full circle. So, what should I take from this is, you love me? Don't overdo it. Anything else? Let's go with the sugar rush. Okay, I mean, that feels weird though, I just gave her a sugar rush. But, oh well, I guess we're doubling down then. The only reason why I made her a sugar rush earlier was because I knew that she likes him anyway. as clearly defined by the fact that she's ordering another one. And let's see. Here. Even in doubt, my love for these is real. How romantic. Man, that go-go is a blast. Don't you feel talking a bit more with Didi? Didi is too much of a prick, and Go-go is tired. Besides, I want to talk with the bartenders. Oh, fuck. Well, I tried. Jill, I'll be in my office. Cute little girl Lilim. Cam girl. Oh, fiddlesticks. Oh my goodness, I think this is the first time these two have been together. This is not a good sign. Dorothy, the little sex worker who has too much of a high libido, and Streaming Chan, who isn't necessarily a sex worker, but isn't afraid to get down and dirty. I fear for the conversation that is about to happen. What's your name, girl? I'm Dorothy Hayes, at your service. Do you come here often? Are you hitting on me? Hey Dorothy, I'm in the middle of a live stream. Do you want to participate? Sure, sounds fun. Okay, let's take a recommendation from you. What should I drink next? Try the sugar... Dorothy and her sugar rushes. Bartender, a sugar rush over here. Bartender! Sorry, what? Sugar rush, please. Right. Sugar rush. Again. That's the third one in a row now. Once again, 2 Adelaide, 1 powder Delta, and we'll give another 3 Cometrine. Here. Good choice, Dorothy. Yay! So, what are you doing in my turf? Streaming Chan? Yes? No, I mean, that's what she calls herself. Man, that's a tacky name. Yeah, but it's my tacky name. Actually, that's not really my name. What's your real name then? Behind Streaming Chan's awesome mask lies the humble Nicole Chen. Humble. Why not call yourself Streaming Chen? It's funny that you mention it. You see, when I started, I called myself Nika Chen. I changed websites so the name felt a bit out of place. Thus, I became Streaming Chen. Everyone nicknamed me Streaming Chan though, so I just went along with it. Oh yeah, I get it. At one point, I was gonna call myself Dolores Hayes. But then I realized the name was as subtle as a brick to the face. Dolores Hayes? What? Is that supposed to be a pun? Dolores Hayes. I don't see the pun. Anyway, I'm here because the last time I came, I ended up with the greater viewer numbers than usual. And so, I wanted to treat my loyal audience again. Oh, I see. Well, you came to the right place, especially if you're looking for some comfy fun. Honey here might seem harsh, but you just need to crack her up, or crack her shell. Shut up. See? You just need to say the right thing at the right time, and she becomes a sweetheart. Quiet, you. Don't play hard to get. You know it's true. Hey, Stream Girl. That's me. I'll regret asking this, but don't you have a sponsor? It's weird that it's been this long without some advertisement. I have, but you see, the contract with them expired, so Marvin, the business guy or whatever, had to make a new one. He was gonna send the draft to his lawyer as it had a couple of additions, but tsundere, Jill. That's true, we are always very cold. We only really act dead when we're with Alma, I suppose. And even then, it's very rare. Let's say he got too excited with my VR model and the contract became unreadable. Huh. Oh, so he used the contract to... Yep. He cut it into a pair... He cuts it into a pair of panties and rubbed it vigorously on his penis. I mean, you'd expect certain principles to be upheld, even in the LLVR industry. I'm still just trying to take in that contract thing. Anyway. I reported him and he got fired, but now they're looking for a new business person thing. Honestly, I think the paper cuts all over his dick are punishment enough. Oh my goodness, no, please don't make me think of that. Ugh. I do not want to have to think of, oh my goodness, paper. Whew. Oh. I physically cringed at that. But I mean, why the contract? I don't mind if he jacked off to an image of me, but the contract? That's money that you're soiling right there. I would have gone back on the deal were it not for the owner paying me a visit and apologizing profusely. Some people seriously. Dick paper cuts. I've done enough crazed teacher fantasies to know how they can be a problem. I don't think you need to have experience to understand that. That said, Gil's been grimacing for a full minute now. Don't mind me. Huh. But you know, I like you, Dorothy. Why don't we celebrate with beers? My treat. Alright. 2 big beers, honey. Why are you calling me honey? Now I need 2 big beers. Yeah. Woe indeed, Enjo. It's never a dull moment in the bar of Valhalla. 1 powder delta, 2 planner guide. 4, oh wait, it's a big beer as well, so we have to double all of these up. So this will be 8 comatrine, 2 powder delta, 4 bronson extract, 2 edelhyde, and 4 planner guide. And we'd be the same over here for the second big beer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 big beers. Yep. Here. Cheers. Cheers. Alright. I'm not feeling my tongue or my feet. Time to get lewd. Did I hear lewd? Do you have any stories? This will be a treat for my non-premium users. I once met a guy that insisted on doing it in a jacuzzi. He didn't mind being in premium time, so I started setting up the cameras. And man, was it a challenge. I wasn't just gonna stream over the water, I wanted some underwater action too. What did you do with the bubbles and all? That was the least of the problems. We just turned the jets off. But not only did I have to make a makeshift underwater cover, I also had to keep in mind the heat. Heat isn't good with cameras. Did you try chilling the cam a bit and putting it in a bag with some filling? We made something more convoluted. We took a small cooler, opened a hole for the lens, and sealed it with plastic. I made sure things looked good through the cam and started recording. Threw in some cooling packs and sealed the fuck out of the cooler. Did it need any weight? Yep. Luckily the guy was into bodybuilding, so we used some old dumbbells. He was also ripped as fuck, but that's another story. It was all a success, but it's also the last time I have sex in a jacuzzi. Blood rushing, hot water. I felt like I was dying midway through it. Thank God he decided to resume the action out of the water midway through it, or I would have surely died. At least the guy didn't burn himself. What do you mean? Last time I had sex in a jacuzzi, my buddy got so hot the guy almost burned his dick. I considered investing in a cooling system, but it's so situational and expensive that I'll pass. Besides, those cooling systems require too much maintenance. Wait, I think I should leave, but care to join me in escapades for the rest of the night? Can I plug my services at the end of the night? Sure. Then count me in. I've got the perfect stories. Let us be on our way then. Goodbye, bartender. Bye, honey. Well, let's start the story. You see, there was this mega Santa. Wait, seriously? They left. Thank goodness they left. A pair made in hell. Pachi, streaming Chan. Indeed. Welcome, Fleur. Welcome to the channel. I think this is the first time that I've seen you around here. But yes, that was indeed the very interesting combination of Streaming Chan and Dorothy talking about sex in a jacuzzi. Honestly, surprisingly tame, for all things considered. You stopped by once or twice. Ah, yes. I know you followed a while back, so, but it's the first time, at least today, at least. So, welcome. At least they look like they're having fun. That method of filming underwater sounded convoluted as fuck, though. I mean, yeah, you'd think in the year 2070 something they'd have underwater cameras. I don't see the need to take a cooler, cut a hole in it, surround it with plastic, and then still fill it up with ice. Sounds a bit overkill to me. But I guess it's hard to keep a cool head when you're horny. We're done, boss. Man, don't you just feel great? Were we in the same place? Here, Joel. What's this? A bonus. Today, I got a taste of the kind of clients you deal with and, keep it up. Well, tomorrow's a big day, so get ready. That goes for both of you. Either I'm getting old or that girl was too much even for me, is what our boss said for our bonus. And she gave us twice as much as usual. $600 instead of $300. You have no new notifications or reminders. Happy New Year. May all your wishes come true in a new bountiful year filled with health and joy. Let's see if there's any news. Wow. Really? That's the first. The augmented eye is down for maintenance. Sorry for the inconvenience. Huh. This is the first day where we've had no new news in the morning. Well then, I guess there's nothing to do but head to work. Saturday, December 31st. Well, let's see. Gil is in the back getting everything ready. I'll go grab some food I've ordered. They only agreed to work on New Year's if I went to pick it up myself. Are you alright? I'm scared. Gabby will show up at any minute. Speaking of the augmented eye, guess who my favorite client is? Well, Fleur, since you're talking about the augmented eye, I'm going to assume Stella, because I know she does have an augmented eye. The only other person I could think of would be Jamie, but I mean, when you have Stella, you can't really choose anybody else, right? At least that's who my guess is. If I'm wrong, please feel free to correct me. Gabby will show up at any minute. Relax. Everything will be alright. I can assure you of that. Drink something. Maybe that'll cheer you up. Maybe. I'll leave you for a bit. But keep your chin up. If you get through this, I'll give you, I don't know, a hug. Does that work? A hug? A big one. A reward for after everything's said and done. Gotta go. You can do it. Right. Everything's fine. You've been avoiding this for all these years. Now it's time to face it head on. Yeah. Everything's fine. Everything will be better after I talk to Gabby. Boss might even give me a hug. I'm okay. Hello. Gabby? It's Donovan D. Dawson? Oh, because he's the boss. Really? Donovan D. Dawson's your favorite character? I mean, to be fair, I think earlier on when we saw him, Never Gonna Give You Up called him pretty based because of the fact that he was running into the bar trying to chase after Kira Miki purely because of her big fat tits and ass, as he quoted. He was trying to chase her. Despite being a married man, he knows what he wants, and what he wanted was Kira Miki. But yes, of course, Donovan D. Dawson being the boss of the augmented eye. I think I took your hint a little bit too literal with the whole augmented eye thing. Come in. Excuse me. Welcome to Valhalla. Hey. You talk first. No, Being based is all about giving zero fucks. Well, there's actually quite a few people, like, maybe Donovan D. Dawson, and I'd argue our boss, Dana Zane, is also kind of like that. Maybe it's something to do with all of the bosses that are all just have that aura around them. Well, some days ago, I got a letter, and even odder than getting a letter is the fact that it was from your sister. A what? My sister sent you a letter? That's the first I've heard of it. What did it say? I don't know. I never opened it. At least, not until now. Huh? I figured I should read it with you. Yeah, let's do it. Let's read it. Alright then. Sorry. Just that? Yep. Isn't there anything else in the letter? Maybe on the back? This is just like your sister. I spent days worried about this letter, not wanting to open it for fear of what it might contain. I lost sleep and appetite thinking about it. And after all those worries, after all those problems, after all these years not talking to her, she sends me a letter. Fucking letter, of all things. And she just says, sorry? Sorry for what? For our fight? For not talking all these years? Now I'm fucking pissed. Are you laughing? Sorry, I remembered all the times my sis provoked you that way. Like that time where she gave you chocolates labeled 1, 2, and 4 during Valentine's Day. And you were pissed about the lack of a 3. Or that time when you left an unopened beer bottle on the table, she sneakily opened it and took a sip. She didn't tell you she said it and you were confused all day long. She always bragged she knew me like the back of her hand. If the letter was supposed to piss me off like that, I guess she had all the rights to brag. Maybe she was being sincere though. She did express to me that she was sorry on more than one occasion. She did, huh? You told me she died from localized nanomachine rejection, right? In her heart, yeah. Instead of the massive rejection that always makes the news, her case was more focused. They usually amputate or replace the part and call it a day, but organs are different. The condition made her susceptible to transplant rejections. Not to mention artificial hearts and genetic treatments were out of the question. Yep. Thing is, apparently, she suffered that since she was 18, but kept it a secret from everyone. Why? Hell if I know. I was angry to learn that she did it, or she hid it. Why didn't she tell me? Why was it to avoid worrying me? Was she ashamed? What was it? Wait, how did she live so normally then? She had to use a serum. Shots near her heart, every 3 days. Apparently, the serum burns like hell. The shot even left her a nasty mark where she had to apply them. So the thing near her left breast wasn't a birthmark. And the rejection was what ended up killing her? The nanomachine rejection was what ended up killing her. But they couldn't find what made her so vulnerable. Doctors said she might have missed a shot. Or the shots made her other defenses grow weaker. The condition could have just gone nuts out of nowhere. Or maybe it was blood pressure. Maybe it was a regular heart attack and the rejection acted afterwards. They don't know. She kept it a secret from everyone, so nobody knows. Maybe if she had told me about it, I could have helped her. Maybe she'd still be alive. Maybe she wouldn't have faced it all alone instead of just dying in her sleep. Thinking about what ifs won't bring her back. Huh? I spent so much time hammering myself with what ifs after you told me she died. What if I waited to cool down a bit back then? What if I just swallowed my fears at that very moment? What if I had apologized earlier? What if I had given a chance to the research institute thing back then? And the amount just increased threefold after I lashed out at you the other day. But today, I realized something. Having such regrets with the dead is a hollow effort. You're alive. You're here. I can make amends with you, but I can't make amends with the dead. I can't apologize to her like I can apologize to you right now. Jill. Lenore, she's resting now. She's just resting after having that heart condition all these years. She didn't have to face it alone. If only she... So, let's celebrate her life and achievements. If we are to mourn, let's mourn her together. If we are to honor her, we'll do it together. Together. Lenore was a fun-loving person. The best we can do right now is to try to lighten up, even if it's only for a moment. I need to ask though, did you really start to complain about chest pains shortly after I left? No. She didn't get visibly worse after you left or anything. Everything was actually too sudden. She did complain about chest pains from time to time, but that actually goes away. Well, goes way back before you left. Back then, we thought it was just acid reflux or something. Gods, I even blamed her death on you. I was just too angry back then, and part of me just wanted to put the blame on someone or something. And you didn't deserve that. Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry too, you know. We both have things to apologize for. Don't think too much about it. I should have been more mature and not shouted at you either, so let's just call all that water under the bridge, shall we? Are you sure? Of course I am. So, how did you find me, exactly? Well, have you heard of a message board called Dangeroo? I have, yeah. Well, the truth is that I visit it from time to time. And the other day, I read a thread that discussed the bar. And the description of the bartender sounded just like you. Huh. Are you mad? No, not mad. More like dumbfounded. Hey Jill, can you tell me what the problem was back then? What sparked that fight? Weren't you happy with my sister? Well, back then, I didn't know what to do with myself after I graduated college. I went in and pretty much hated my last couple of years there. It's not far-fetched to think that I only tolerated being there because your sister was with me. Had she stopped supporting me in my studies, I would have quit right then and there. And then, after graduating, I got a very good job offer that she accepted on my behalf in no time. She kept saying it was the best for me and my future, but I was livid. Why did she have to do that? I hated it. I didn't even know if I wanted to go there, but she still insisted so much. Like, she was forcing that burden on me. And then my became our future, and she started talking about marriage. You were going to get married? I don't think we ever took it seriously. It was just something she kept mentioning. Not like we didn't think about that down the line, but she mostly teased me with it. But the thought suddenly scared the shit out of me. I loved her, but I don't think I was ready for such a commitment, especially considering what she did. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I wasn't going to let her decide such a big thing for me. I mean, she could be really pushy from time to time. Like I said, I pretty much passed college thanks to being with her, and that was partly because she was so pushy. Even if she had the best intentions, she could be abrasive from time to time. And it rained down on me that moment. She took it upon herself to make that choice for me. What would have stopped her once we'd gotten married? What if she suddenly decided to craft my life to her needs after marriage? I knew her. She would do it thinking it was the best for me. But what about my freedom? My say on the matter? So that's where you stopped loving Lenore? No. I never stopped loving her, which is why it hurt so much. But you have to understand, I didn't want to wake up 40 years old and working a job I hate. Just out of routine, getting used to it. I wanted a break from everything for a while to put my thoughts in order. Regroup myself. Think carefully about what to do next. I can understand. I've sometimes felt the same. Although I'm not even in college. So that's what led you to you two fighting, huh? You know, the word fight makes it sound like we were exchanging blows or something. It's all silly when I think back to it. Tragically silly. Maybe I was the one who started the fight, getting all defensive about not wanting to take that offer. Perhaps if I didn't overreact to her arguments about wasting this huge opportunity, maybe she wouldn't have lashed out at me this bad. Could have been avoided if I had just kept a cool head and talked about that with her. My sister said something like that. Huh? I told you she mentioned on more than one occasion how sorry she was about the whole thing, right? Should have listened to her to the end, but instead I kept pushing her. I should have kept a cool head instead of letting my jealousy take the best of me. It was her offer, not mine. Should have stopped projecting myself so much into her. Something like that. Lenore. We are quite hotheads. You, me, and my sis. You were supposed to be the mature one, you know. Play your role correctly. But why didn't you come back, Jill? Did you end up hating us that much? Did the break include us too? No, it's just that... Remember when your sister was giving a class and you broke a window? How you didn't want to see her for fear of being scolded? But my sister wouldn't have scolded you. But I was afraid. Dead afraid. I couldn't bring myself to face your sister. But I faced her back then and I was like 7 at the time. Why couldn't you do it? It's not quite the same. And in perspective, no matter what reason I came up with, it will never make sense. Everything sounds very stupid when I look back, you know. Not that it makes things easier. I won't ever get to speak to her ever again. And it feels bad because it's stupid. I swear, you and my sis were meant for one another. You both moved on after all that, but neither had the courage to go back and say you're sorry. And like I said, berating myself over these past mistakes won't bring her back. I miss her so much though. We were together all the time, always talking about dumb stuff. I wouldn't call my parents useless, but she was the one I could always talk to. I feel her absence every day. Everything is just so quiet now. She was an amazing person. Yeah. She was an amazing person. Huh? Mourning is fine and all, but we should be celebrating her life. If she was here, she would tell us that there's no fun in sulking for so long. She told you that all the time. The same way she told you to stop rubbing things in people's faces. Both figuratively and literally. Hey, I was 8 back then. So, let's have a toast in her honor. Shall we? A toast? Yeah. Let me get you a drink. A drink? Don't worry. Trust me. Let's make something to toast Gabby with. Preferably something sweet. Oh man. What a humbling reunion. Oh, what do I give her though? I feel like it's such a special occasion. A sparkle star. They used to actually sparkle, but too many complaints about skin problems made them redesign the drink without the sparkling. Sweet, girly, happy. It is optional Cometrine, so she should be able to drink it despite being underage. This will be our drink. All aged and mixed. Never mind, I fucked it up. I put in Flanagan instead of powdered Delta. I will not serve her a pile of shit. Grab this for a sec. Okay. Lenore, I know you're watching from the beyond right now, as I gave a drink to your little sister. It's obvious to me now that we both meant to make amends at some point, but we never got around to it. I can't apologize to you anymore, but I can at the very least make you rest easier. So, now that I'll look out for you, for Gabby, in your absence, I'll make sure Gabby grows into a fine woman, just like you were. I'll always be there for her. I'll be sure the little rat doesn't face the same problem you and I had. Hey! Want to add anything? I'll always miss her. Don't say it to me. Say it to her. That's a bit... Come on. Just this once. I'll always miss you, sis. 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 You idiot. Why did you keep that secret for so long? Idiot. Idiot. I always told you everything. Wasn't I enough? You idiotic idiot. Ugh. Hey, Joel. Promise me you won't be like that knucklehead. That you won't keep stuff like that to yourself. Only if you promise the same to me. And promise me we won't fight? I can't do that. Huh? You and I are both too thick-headed. Sooner or later, we'll clash on some opinion. But what I can promise is that I won't run away like last time. We'll both cool off and talk it over like the adults we are. I'm not an adult. Let's face it. You've been more mature than I have. Hey, did you mean what you said? That you'll look after me? I'll always be here for you, Gabby. I mean, I'm not Lenore, but I wouldn't dare leave my little sister alone. Jill. Hey, wasn't this a toast? Right. For Lenore, faithful sister and girlfriend. Cheers. Cheers. So... About this drink. Can I drink it? Do you like it? Take a sip. It's not bad. Why not drink it then? You're with an adult. You might as well break the alcohol taboo here and now. Well, I mean, I did give her a non-alcoholic drink though, so... Oh. Right. Now that I think back to it, didn't your sister give you a beer once as a prank? Oh yeah, that. It was April's Fool's. I should have known better when she offered me apple soda. I put bubblegum on the soles of all her shoes in retaliation. She walked funny, and my jaw hurt for the rest of the day. Yeah, but did you know you got my drink that time? Huh? She gave me a beer and it turned out to be apple soda. Oh. Did you get back at her? Well, I did hide all the dildos in the house that night, only to find out she knew how to use a cucumber. What? Okay then, that's good to know. I guess Lenore was quite resourceful. And as a follow-up, she used that same cucumber in a salad days later. Okay then. Very resourceful. Multi-use cucumber. She said, "Sir, do you like eating me for lunch?" My goodness. Jill? I'll tell you when you're older. Or never at all. Hey, Gabby. Do your parents know you're here? They think I'm at Clary's, actually. Who? Oh, she's my best friend at school. And this Clary knows you're using her as an excuse, right? Of course. How would she cover me otherwise? True. Will you go to her house afterwards? To be honest, I didn't think that far. Maybe I will. I do live in another district, but Clary doesn't live close by, so... Well, can't be helped. I live nearby and the streets aren't exactly safe at night. Why not stay with me tonight? Are you sure? I don't live in a mansion, but I'd say it's comfy enough. At least to spend the night. Sure, I'd love to stay with you. Great. Hey, does your dad still have that bakery? His bread was really good. Yep. He opened up a second branch last year. Huh, so he's looking to expand. I think he got into a partnership with a friend in Motor District. The guy saw an opportunity after realizing Motor District has almost no bakeries. I still remember when your sister introduced me to him. He started shouting, "I knew it! I fucking knew you were a lesbian! Mark 1 for daddy!" I think he had his bet with an acquaintance of his ever since my sis was 12 years old or so. Dad said sis was into girls. The acquaintance didn't believe him. He bet a beer on whether he was right or not. That beer bottle is still in the fridge. It's even labeled Sweet Victory. Your mom and Lenore never made up, did they? I guess that one wasn't as simple as the said one too many things argument. Mom was always obsessed with high society and in her circle of friends, a lesbian daughter was a no-no. I'm still on my sister's side for that one though. Mom didn't reject her because she herself was homophobic. She did it because her friends were. To Mom, the opinion of her circle of friends was worth more than her own daughter. How did she react to her death? Dunno. Mom and Dad broke up 2 years ago. They did? They never got married, so there was no proper divorce. I haven't seen her since August, I think. Did you two fight, too? No. She just hasn't showed up. You must have felt alone, huh? I've been there. A bit. But I'm not alone anymore. Thanks to you. I thought there was going to be a party here. Ah, Alma. Over here. Party? A small New Year celebration. Want to stay for it? I don't want a kid to burden. Don't worry. You won't. You'll only get cola for the night. No alcohol. It'll give us some time to catch up even more. I can introduce you to some friends. Are you in? If you don't mind me. Great. Hey Elmo, come here. There's someone I want to introduce to you. You slowly fade to white. Valhalla, cyberpunk bartender action. Rolling the credits. Well, looks like that is that. Oh, thank you for the patchy Spike. I'm glad you enjoyed the story. I know I did. Yes, indeed, never gonna give you up, and that is indeed it. Having finally reconciled with the loss of our ex-girlfriend, Lenore. And finally reuniting with her little sister, Gabby. It's a very cool game. It is, Spike. This has been an amazing game. A nice resolution and conclusion. Yep, indeed. Got quite a... not gonna lie. Got quite tear-jerky towards the end there when we were reflecting on Lenore with Gabby. I don't know why, but when I tried to do Gabby's voices, I honestly started tearing up a bit myself. But I guess that is just a testament to how good the game is. It really gets you absorbed. Oh my goodness, I can't help but notice there is a title for Business Cat. Special thanks to Isbrit Games, HIO, Miguel Agudelo, and everyone who pre-ordered. Mom, Dad, family and friends, thank you for all the support. This is for you. Man, what an absolutely beautiful game. And the music as well in that last sequence, I felt like everything was synced up almost perfectly. The moment sad things happened, the music suddenly shifted into the sad part. When we started the toast for Lenore, it got all a little bit more upbeat and happy. And obviously when Alma came in, you know, to introduce Gabby to the rest of our friends that we made, there was also another sort of happy moment there. My voice acting really conveyed the feels. I'm glad, Angel. I'm glad I was able to do it. I'm honestly glad that at the start of this, when I first started streaming this game, I thought, you know what? Let me try and make some... Did you have fun? I know I did. I know I absolutely had fun. And I hope that you all had fun too. But yeah, when I first started streaming this game, I thought, oh wait, yep. I also got to meet a cat boomer. Why did your boss hug you though? There's more to the game. Ooh. She's that kind of person. Now, let's sleep. You were dozing off back there. I suppose this is us and Gabby talking. You're right. Good night, Jill. We'll play some more tomorrow. Good night. Game by Sukaban Games. And yeah, coming back to the point I was saying, Enjo, like, I just thought I'd do it as a joke at the start of the game to come up with little voices for each of the characters, but honestly, I really started enjoying it, and it really got me invested in each of the characters. And yes, like the sequel for the game, I know technically speaking it's called Nirvana, but it's the same thing where it's like N1RV4NA or something like that. And I know it's been stuck in development for a couple of reasons. Like, I think it's sort of prologue. But yeah, there's been some issues with the development, I know. But let's see what is happening in the prologue, or epilogue rather. August 27th. So this is either a flashback or could be in the future. I guess this is where we part ways, huh? Sadly, I'm bound to the city. I can only falsify my identity effectively around here. I really want to thank you, Chief, for this second chance you gave me. If we ever cross paths again, Gil, we're leaving for like a week and a half or something. Don't be so dramatic. But and you're taking care of my apartment. We will cross paths because I live there. Time you spend setting up a useless fair wall could be used asking me things about the place. Like where the switches and valves are. But I already know. They're in that control panel you made. But I like talking about that control panel. I'm proud of it. Speaking of obsessive likes, Jill, stop calling Armitage. She'll take care of your 4-ball just fine. I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about me. I've never been away from 4 this long. I don't know what I'll do. You'll do just fine. You did pretty well for the last 25 years before finding him. Yes, but we're leaving. Oh yeah, before I forget. I left you a box of condoms on the first drawer of the desk, Gil. You what? You what? Hey, if he wants to bring his new girlfriend or whatever here, I want him to be ready. But just one condition. If you're gonna fuck like rabbits, stay away from my room. I have too many pics of my Immortal there, and I don't want their eyes soiled. Emo who? Little sister. Then just say little sister. Yeah, whatever. First up, Panama. Well, Dana Zane, as always, proving to be one of the best bosses. Keeping an eye out for her employees. Keeping a whole pack of condoms there. But yes, I guess we're off to Panama. Here you can now save heart data. Loading heart data from the title screen or bar will let you start over from day 1 while keeping your items and money. Like a new game plus. But I'm assuming that the Panama trip is from way back when, at the end of chapter 1, when Dana came with us to our house. And we started speaking about I think it was like a lodge, like a family resort or something, that Dana had invested in. And so we must be going on a trip there. Thank you for playing. Click to dismiss this message. No, let's save it. Look at that. NG plus with the little heart. Oh. Is there anything special now at the main menu? I don't know if this game does stuff like that. Yeah, I believe there's a bunch of scenes you can see at the end depending on your choices. Ah. I do remember somebody mentioning that there are surprisingly a lot of different like branches that you can have towards the end of the game. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure where exactly it would branch and stuff like that. Oh, you didn't get the Panama one. Ah, interesting. I see. Oh, and yes, we do get a special new loading screen. We now have Gabby, our little sister, there next to us. Well then, Spike, I'm glad you got to experience the Panama one with me then, where I think the whole crux was our boss Dana leaving a pack of condoms out for Gil. We still never did find out who it was that Gil fucked. Maybe there's an ending where we find that out. But yeah, that has been Valhalla. I'm honestly, I don't know what to do now. This has been a staple of the things that I've been playing for the past couple of weeks. I need to find a new game to play now. But yeah, again, like I said at the end of the game there, hope you all had fun. I know I did. And yeah, that is obviously going to be the end of the stream then. Now that we have finished up Valhalla. Of course though, we shall send this, the post-VN feeling of emptiness. I understand. Yes, exactly. If only I could wipe my mind and play this again and experience one of the different endings. But thanks for the fun streams. Thanks for joining, Spike. It was a pleasure to be able to stream for you. Thanks for stream. No, thank you for tuning in, Enjo, Spike, and everybody else who is lurking. I think though we shall send you all off though on a raid and share that same positive energy we had at the end of the game to somebody else. Now it's just a matter of finding somebody. Let's see. Glooby is streaming right now. But the question is, for how long has he been streaming? I don't want to raid somebody who's just about to end, so... Oh wait, actually, let's see. Bodega is online as well. There are many good options to choose from. Between Glooby, the rat playing Astral Chain, and Bodega Rat, who is doing some art, as she always is. But yes, again, I hope that you guys had fun with the stream. Like I said, I know this is the end for today, but the next stream will be on, if I remember my schedule correctly, on Wednesday, which is the continuation of my Pokemon adventure. I say Pokemon, but it's actually Moemon, where all of the sprites were replaced by cute anime girls. I say cute, but there's also some pretty spicy, hot anime girls as well. If you want to see what I'm talking about, then be be sure to tune in on Wednesday at the same time. And then, like I said, on Thursday, it's actually one of two things that might happen. I might play Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes by myself, because you always see streams of people where they do it in co-op. But I'm curious to know, what happens if you try and do it all by yourself? Is it easier? Is it harder? I want to find out. But I might consider changing that stream up on Thursday and instead doing a little drawing stream on my own. Because I don't know if some of you have noticed, but I've recently become an affiliate, which means I can have subs now. But obviously right now, there's not really much of a reason to sub to me because I don't have any emotes for you to use or anything like that. So I would like to sort of come up with my own, and I'll draw them live on stream for you all to see me and see how bad I am at art. But considering we're talking about art, I think it's only satisfying then that I send you to somebody who is also streaming art, and that is going to be Bodega Rat. Let's see though. We should have a raid message. Congrats on that. Oh, thanks, Spike. Thank you very much. I'll be honest, I should really be thanking each and every one of you here. Like, you're the reason why I got affiliate. I mean, whether it be from just showing up and watching my streams or following me, or even Spike for all those raids that you gave me. One day I'll get you back. One day I will have a stream where I can raid you. So keep an eye out for that. But yes, we're going to be raiding Bodega Rat. And I think for our raid message will be... You know what? Welcome to Valhalla. That'll be our message, considering it is the theme from today. So, as always, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. And I shall send you now on your way to Bodega Rat. Show her some love. Thanks, everyone. Bye.